Good morning, friends. Happy Saturday. I'm going to do a little bit more getting ready for Christmas. Today I'm going to make some candied pecans and some sponge candy. So for the pecans, I need to preheat my oven to 300 degrees. I'm going to line this baking sheet with parchment paper. And now I need, in this bowl, I'm wet here, I need to get 1 egg white. And this might not work very well. And then to the egg white, I need to add 1 teaspoon of vanilla, and 2 teaspoons of water, and I'm going to whisk this until it gets frothy. Gonna take a couple minutes. Oh, that didn't take long at all to get frothy. Now I'm going to dump in here 1 pound of pecan halves, and I'm gonna coat them really good in the egg whites. Okay, I'm going to set that aside for a bit. And now I'm going to mix together 2/3 of a cup of white sugar. And 1/3 cup of brown sugar. Okay, there's 1/3 cup of that. And then I need 2 teaspoons of ground cinnamon. And 1/2 teaspoon of salt. Just going to mix this all together. I'm going to pour them over the pecans. And coat this real well. spread them out on this parchment paper lined baking sheet. And these are going to bake for 35 to 40 minutes, stirring after the first 15 minutes. Okay, friends, the first 15 minutes of baking is up. I'm going to give these a stir. Oh, they smell so good. And then they're going to go back in for another 20 to 25 minutes. No, about another 20 minutes. So I'll bring you back when they're all done. And I'll show you how I'll store them until next weekend. All right, friends, our candied pecans are done, and they're cooled, and they were in the oven for 35 minutes. So now I'm going to put them into this airtight container. And I'm going to put them away for next weekend when the kids are here. Okay, here's our candied pecans. I should show them to you. These are absolutely delicious. I made them, I think, last year, and they were a huge hit. So there's those. And now I'm going to do sponge candy. Otherwise, it's also known as angel food candy. I need a cup of corn syrup, light corn syrup. And 1 cup of brown sugar. And then I need a tablespoon of white vinegar. And then I'm going to need a teaspoon for baking soda. Alright, so now I need a tablespoon of white vinegar. There's a tablespoon of vinegar. Put this on a medium heat. Stir this frequently until it comes to a boil. And then I need a 9x9 baking dish that I line with parchment paper. This is actually an 8x8, but that's okay. It'll just be a thicker candy. Crumple it up so it'll stay in there. Then I need my candy thermometer. And once this boils, it's gonna cook until it reaches 300 degrees. And my mom used to make this a lot. I remember that growing up. And then, when I was even younger yet, I remember Grandma always having angel food candy. Hers was store-bought, but it was always my favorite Christmas candy. Alright, then I'm going to need 2 teaspoons of soda. Get that measured out already so it's ready to go. Okay, now it's starting to boil. So I'm going to put in my candy thermometer, making sure it is not touching the bottom of the pan. So now we're just going to let it sit here till it reaches 300 degrees. So I'll bring you back at that point. Okay, friends, our candy thermometer is at 300 degrees. So I'm going to shut it off, remove it from the heat, and stir in our 2 teaspoons of baking soda. And you don't want to over stir it, because you want all them bubbles to form. That looks just like the stuff you buy. You just want to get that baking soda incorporated. Oh, that bubbled up nice. Now we're going to put it in the pan. Again, you don't want to disturb them bubbles very much if you can help it. It doesn't have to be perfectly even. So now we're just going to let this sit in here and cool down and firm up, and then I'll bring you back for the dipping. Okay, friends, our sponge candy has set up. I melted in this pan 6 squares of chocolate almond bark. Now I'm going to break these into pieces. Whoops. All right, let me clean up the mess. Oh yes, that turned out great. That is going to be a good Christmas treat. Alright, so now we're going to dip these pieces in our melted chocolate. Just give them a coating. And then let them harden up, the chocolate. Alright, I think what I'm going to do is just put the rest of this in here and coat it that way. That'll be good. Lay these out on the paper here. And there you have it, friends. Sponge candy, angel food candy. Whatever you want to call it. It's a good Christmas treat. I hope you enjoyed this little video. If you did, give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel. We'll see you on the next one. Bye.